What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the song Remember That Night by Sara Kays. Real quick before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. First, let's discuss the main riff, or whatever you want to call it. This is the piece that's going to be playing through like 90% of the song. You start with your ring finger on the 5th fret of your D string, and your index finger on the 3rd fret of the G string. This is all finger picked, so your thumb will be placed on the D string, and I like to use my middle finger on the G string, but you could also use your index finger, I guess. Do whatever is most comfortable for you, but I prefer my middle finger. And you just toggle back and forth between those two strings. Like that, 4 times. Do that with me. Then we move down so that our index finger is on the 3rd fret of the D string, and our middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the G string. Same picking pattern. Do the first 2 with me. One more time. And then the 3rd chord shape we have our index finger on the 1st fret of the D string and our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the G. This one we toggle back and forth between those 2 strings 7 times. And then we have this little thing. To do that, we place our index finger on the 3rd fret of the D string and hammer onto the 5th fret of that same string. And the last note we have is the 3rd fret of the G string. And that whole thing loops on itself. I'll do the whole thing once for you. Do that with me now. Very good. So now the only time that main riff is not playing is in the pre-chorus. Let's talk about the pre-chorus. We start with our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string and our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the G string. You pluck that 4 times just like normal. The second chord we have in this pre-chorus, we just take our middle finger off and play the open D to the 3rd fret of the G string 4 times. And then the last chord we place our index finger down on the 1st fret of the D string, leaving our ring finger on that 3rd fret of our G string. And this one you play 8 times. So I'll do that whole pre-chorus for you. Do that with me. And so for the pre-chorus, you just do that twice. And that, my friends, is how you play Remember That Night by Sara Kays. If you have a song request, comment it or DM me. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit the bell. I sincerely hope that you're well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.